Hi, this is Netrashri from BSc Biochemistry Department, and my topic here is rainwater harvesting. I'm here to explain the simple method. It's pH, rainwater, what is in rainwater to a biochemist, and etc. Let's move on to the topic, and we'll see what it deals with. General rainwater means it's in general term. You can ask even a child to explain about it, but what does a rainwater mean to a biochemist? To see it in view as in depth, rainwater is actually a mixed compound which connects many electrolyte in it. It can be a micro nutrient or major nutrient present in it. Sodium, potassium, magnesium, calcium, chloride, bicarbonate, and sulfate ions are major consequent within it. And we can look at nitrite, nitrogen compounds, and nitrogenous compounds present in it. Rainwater is generally it is a particulate matter that is being dissolved, that which has all these micronutrient present in it, and also it can be neither reaching the runoffs and ultimately reaches the water body, or it can be filtered and taken in by the ground as in groundwater form. When we look at the pH of a rainwater, normally we can say the rainwater has a pH between 5 to 5.5, which is being slightly acidic in nature. The water that we drink is usually slightly acidic. However, when you look at the acidic rain symptoms, sorry, the acidic rain matter, it is around 10 times more acidic, that is lies around 5 or 4. Mainly we can generally say it is 4 acidic rain. When you look at chemistry, that is using chemistry, we can see that say that there are many components present in it. There is sulfur dioxide and nitrogenous oxides present in that, which are nothing but due to pollution that power plants cause, and our automobile, that bike, other things cause, which results in acidic rainfall. What is water cycle? That generally we know that water cycle consists of three major steps. That is, in simple, we can say that it is an interaction between the earth and the atmosphere. It is a complex process even. That is, the liquid water vapor changes in the liquid water, evaporates and changes into water vapor, and they condense to form clouds, and these clouds precipitate back as rain to the earth and snow to the earth. In this, there are different phases of movement of water in the atmosphere. When we look at that, when the water flows and reaches the ground, it's nothing but runoff. And when it reaches the deep depth ground, it is the infiltration and percolation, we can say. And it generally lies and goes through the ground. It is called groundwater. And when the groundwater is taken by the plants, it is called as plant uptake. And when it gets evaporated into the atmosphere, it is called transpiration. And solid ice and snow, when it directly converts into gas and goes back to the atmosphere, it is called sublimation. And when the opposite to the sublimation happens, that is uh, uh, happens, it is called as deep deposition. Next, what my topic where it lies is rainwater harvesting in detail. Rainwater harvesting is nothing but a simple method, that is collection and storage of rainwater by allowing the runoff to be collected in a particular area. Like when we see the rain falls, our terrace usually contains some water present in the terrace, so that cannot be leaved as a runoff to the ground, or it directly goes and reaches the lake. So instead we can collect them and store it as store, and use it for another purpose. That is, rainwater is being collected from the rooftop, that is roof like surfaces, and redirected into a tank, any storage material. It can be a tank, or it can be a digged pit that can collect water and reserve the water, and it can be used for other purposes. So we can use it like watering the gardens, or for livestock, or for irrigation, or domestic uses, or treatment of domestic heating, etc. N number of things can be used. Same like when we use pipe to take water from the ground, instead we can use this saved water, collected water, for the other everyday process that we undergo in our houses. And when it goes and stores for a longer time, it can be even taken for recharge of the groundwater levels, and this can be very useful during a summer day, that is mainly when there is a scarcity of water, that is drought. It can be very helpful, this method. And when you look at rainwater harvesting, it is one of the simplest and oldest method being implemented by our Asian people also, but in different forms. And we, the modern people, have different forms of rainwater harvesting. But here we have to note that rainwater harvesting have been a common method that both our early and modern man and women are following to contribute to the society, to the earth as in turn. And here is the general rainwater harvesting being implemented in our house. We have to be it has to be implemented. Here from the rooftop, the precipitate is being collected through the catchment area, by the catchment area, and through the pipelines or drain lines we can take the runoff and leave it into a storage tank and be reused. Here the quality analysis and quantity analysis is nothing but it is being filtered and it is being saved, that is quality and quantity respectively. And the ancient ways of rainwater harvesting is PAR system. That is nothing but usually it is in rainwater harvesting method followed in western Rajasthan region. Here they usually collect the water from the catchment area and store them in the Rajani Pani, that is percolated water is called Rajani Pani. And the storage area, where the water stored is called Kuris or Beris. Here they are being usually 5 meter in 5 meter and 12 meter in depth, and the structure is usually constructed through the traditional technology, that is not using any equipment, that is modernized equipment, and it's being used with the traditional technology. And another one is talab or bandis. They are natural ponds that are found. This usually seen in the Tikamgarh region, in the Bandalkhand region. Tikamgarh is nothing but it is a place present in Madhya Pradesh, I guess. They may be man-made. Usually these are found in Udaipur region also. And these reservoirs, less than 5 reservoirs present is called Thali, and medium-sized lakes are called Bandi or Talab, and bigger ones are called Sagar. And they can be used for cultivation and drinking purpose, this water. When this place or the lake gets dried up, they are being used for cultivation of rice, as in field even. And rainwater harvesting techniques present. There are two types usually: surface runoff harvesting and rooftop rainwater harvesting. Surface runoff harvesting is nothing but the water that is being collected from the natural reserves is collected into the natural reservoirs, and this filtrate is reached to the ground. So they can be simple, that is when there is a stagnant of water in one particular area, we can use pipes to connect the water and collect it into a digged pitch or somewhere where we can store or otherwise recharge the ground wells. And rooftop rainwater harvesting is nothing but that is we are usually carrying out in our house or in big hospitals, or the places where there's an huge place to collect and store this water. So this rooftop is usually used for recharging the groundwater levels, and also for the other household purposes, or in the hospitals for other domestic purposes too. And uses of rainwater harvesting, it can be, as I said before, it can be used for drinking, cooking, washing vegetable, or for agriculture purpose to irrigate the fields, for toilet usage, to garden the outdoor plants also. Water for pets, wildlife, and livestock. Then those pools can be recharged with this water instead of using the fresh water. And washing of vehicles and equipment, fire protection, and composting. And advantages of rainwater harvesting is easy to maintain, independent of water supply, reduces the water bill. Instead of using the motors to again collect to drain off the water to the tap, we can instead use this collected water for other regulatory purposes. So it automatically reduces the water bills, suitable for irrigation, and reduces the demand on the water groundwater and supplemental in draft. As I said, this can be very useful. This stored water is very useful during the period of draft, during high summer times. Rainwater can also be used for drinking purposes. And disadvantage, there are only two disadvantages. Like when we install this rainwater harvesting in hospitals or in the schools, which require high amount of place requirement and cost requirement, which requires a large number of pipeline connections, etc. So they are usually high cost in the initial stages in very big area to be implemented, and it has to be given a regular maintenance, because if there's an leakage in any one side of the pipeline, the water gets wasted. In turn, it will not get collected, it will go off directly as in wastewater. So it has to be watched regularly. So regular maintenance is also seen as a disadvantage for rainwater harvesting. Thank you.